Because the best one was when I got pulled at St Neots. We're walking off the golf course about 2:15, me and Billy, because Billy was doing the driving. I put petrol in his tank, and I kind of split the money, so much for him. But even though I was doing most of the work, you know, because Billy was scared of water, he couldn't swim. Well, I can, you know. And anyway, so this was absolutely crazy. It was. We walked off the golf course about 2:15 in the morning. We're walking up Billy's car, as Stefan. I was like, fuck's sake, Billy. He says, what's up? Look, fucking jam sandwich up your car. He says, oh no. So leave the talking to me. Because Billy wouldn't say boo to a mice. See, I got a bit of gift and gab I have, you know. And the cop comes and says, where you been? It's on the golf course. What's in the bag? I thought, stupid fucking question, you know. I said, golf balls. He says, well, I have to take you in for questioning. Down a local cop shop, cut rounds, we'll be out. Well, he was on his own. Next minute, another cop comes out in the car, right? And, what was it? So he jumps in the car. Next minute, they're going up the A1. I thought, what the hell, they're going? Well, I found that later on, because there was no sergeant on duty at St Neots on that Sunday night. They took us all the way to Huntingdon. This is crazy, you know. But halfway there, he says, cool, there's a hell of a smell in this car, isn't there? What's your bloody problem? You picked me up, because I've got the wetsuit on, you know, stagnant water and algae smell and all that, you know. Anyway, gets up to Huntingdon cop shop. Says, Sarge, you're not going to like this one. He looked at me, gone out. Me walking in the wetsuit, muddy footprints in behind me. And took her name, dress detail, took her personal belongings off us. They didn't drag me into question till about 11 o'clock. There's me, I'm getting irritated, I've got no fail, and then he's climbing up the wall and all this. They asked me why did I do it, how much did I sell them for. I cut the price down, said no, I'm not making too much out of it, you know. And he says, I'm surprised you didn't make a run for it. I just turned around and said to him straight, I said, well, I'd love to see you run across a bloody field with a full wetsuit with about 400 balls across your flipping back. And they questioned Billy separately, and then in the end it says, you're free to go. You've got to be crazy to do it. Never visualised me doing something like this at 43 years old. Well, they say you've got to be mad to live in this world, but it helps. Well then, I've had a good night. I found about 350 balls. Water wasn't too cold. I'm happy with that. And I think, well, that didn't help. At least I can get a few more bits and bobs for Cheryl, because she needs some more, bit more makeup and foundation cream. Can't just have small bits and bobs. All I just want to do is go home to bed. Well, let's clean some of these golf balls up. Just chuck them. So all I basically do, I put them in just cold water, get a green scouring pad, just scrub them up, just get all like mud and muck off them and all that. Then after I've done this, I try to let them drain off a bit. And then the bucket down there is actually full of straight bleach. Yeah. Like this ball is, this has been in the lake too long, it's bubbled up, all the varnish is coming off. It'd be ideal for knocking around. If someone's a beginner, I still sell it for 10p minimum. It's a dodgy thing to do, this is, because it is a bit illegal really, because you can get done for trespassing. And technicality in the law, they try and do you for theft by finding, but I found a good one on this. A friend of mine gave me a newspaper cutting that it said in the paper, lost balls are fair game. At least I go on a golf course, I don't do any damage. I just go there like an SAS raid, do my business, out of sight, out of mind, that's it. See, I don't know what is good, average or crap as I call them, until I've gone through the process, scrub them up, put them in bleach, then put them back in water, give them a gentle rub over, because sometimes the mark will come out, and then I'll dry them all off, and that's when it goes through a grading process. Cheryl thinks Stefan's mad, collecting golf balls. She thinks it's stupid, but she's benefiting out of it. Whereas Stefan's prepared to go out and buy all her clothing, the shoes, the wigs, the makeup and everything. Put the bleach up here. What I want to do is just chuck these ones in the bleach. They'll be in there a few hours. Sometimes I've left them in there a day at a time. Then I drag them back out. Cleans my nails up as well. What I got from the other night, all my nails are brown. So you can see all around the edges. Keep them in bleach. I hate the stuff, it's slimy. But I'll still put my hands in bleach, but I'll wash it straight off in a minute anyway. That's the trouble, once my hands are like that, I can't grab the balls. I thought it was abnormal, because when I was 14, 15, I used to go around bloody washing lines nicking the women's clothing off the lines. I thought, it's just a phase I'm going through, I'll probably grow out of it, you know. Me, Cheryl, at the present moment, how I'm feeling relaxed and confident in myself. So I could look at the tattoos now. I would say at first, it was more of an embarrassment, because I found it hard to cope with it. But now, over a period of time, it doesn't bother me. The only ones that really bother me is these, because it's like a constant reminder, because these ones are more exposed. If I could ever find the money to do it, or have the laser to get rid of them. I've never regretted the tattoos. I haven't. I've always looked at tattoos as artistic. The first one I had done was that parrot. It should have cost me £8. Mate, I think it was David, he betted me half price of the tattoo. Because normally, when everyone has a tattoo done, it's normally a little small in the middle of your arm, like a tester. But it's unusual to have a big one like that first time. So I thought, well, he's bet me half the bloody price of the tattoo. So it only cost me £4. But then considering the last one was this one, it was basically my design. £85. Well, that's about 6-7 years ago, that is. But now that will cost you around about 125, 150 quid now. I still wouldn't mind having one more done though, but it's the cost of, having it done. As I say, it's finding the money. I'll probably never ever get round to do it, I won't, you know, because I think, well, I could spend 150 quid on a tattoo. I think, well, nah, I'll get a wig for Cheryl. I'll get more enjoyment out of it that way, you know, on that side of it. And, because I wouldn't mind having have that one covered up. It's got Julie Malcolm there. That was my old name. And I have a cliff face there, white horse, with a sorceress with 2 swords coming up. And that would be the finale. I would never have no more done, I wouldn't. See, and then I've had these 2 done here, and I've done those for Cheryl. Just above the bra line. See there? Just above the bra line. The bra comes here, yeah, and they're just on top they are. Wigs, well, it's about 2 years, well, yeah, it was about just over 2, I already had 2, but now I've got 6. See, that's another point. Transformation, those 2, 75 quid each, those 2 there. That one I got out from a friend's catalogue, and that was £69. That one I got from another mail with a catalogue. It was a Fermi Manchester, I can't remember the name. It should have been £59.95, I got it for £29.99. And this is the most expensive one I've got on now. And it's the best one I've brought. Because to me, it's more natural colour, and I think it suits me better. It does, and those 2, for starters, they're average. They're cheap balls. Medalist DDH 500s. That's average. Dunlop. That's rubbish because the name's gone. It's got too many marks on. Basically, as far as I can remember, from 12, 13 years old, I've always wanted breasts. Well, this is the bedroom. Well, a bit of a mess at the moment. That's nothing unusual for me anyway. And the reason why that curtain's never open, so I don't want the nosy neighbours to see what I've got up there, my wigs and all that. And the main reason I've got the curtain there, because the sun gets to the wigs too much, it can bleach them. Because it's like it's like you could leave a postage stamp on that window for so long, instead of being red, it'll end up like orange. It would kind of bleach it, it does, you know. Well, I've bleached my eyebrows through running. It's done that, you know. So that's what sunlight can do, so it will ruin those, you know. Well, this is just Stefan's clone, just training bottoms, T-shirts, jeans, that's it, all folded up. Where Cheryl's clothing, it's all individually hanged. It's like, you won't see nothing doubled up. So like all blouses are all individually hanged, everything. Cheryl's far more particular on her clothing, and she takes more pride in it, on this side of it. I know at the moment, there's a lot of my skirts don't fit me because I've put a bit too much weight on. That's why I'm more wearing trousers lately, because of the elasticate, and I've got a bit more freedom. So if I tried to say, oh, that one's a specialist when I want to be a bit of a tart. That's when I'll say, if you've got it, flaunt it. I've bloody basically suppressed my feelings, you could say, for 25 years as a closet queen. Well, Stefan can be pretty domesticated, when he wants to be, but then he can be a lazy bastard. The place can be a right flipping tip. This is like my undie side, or my nightwear and all that. The amount I got, I'll be honest, a lot of people will envy me. That's Charlotte's, and that's not another cheap one. See, with these prices, you're looking about, say, they're average around 20, 25, or possibly 30 quid. Baby dolls, negligee and all that, you know. I've brought that one brand new from my order catalogue. I think it was about 19 quid, that one was. It's like, whereas that one, got it should have been £60, half price in a sale, £30. So I do have certain favourites, but not many of them. I do, like, well, I seem to have my old favourites, like this one. Cheapskate thing, 50 pence. So then I can go from one extreme to another. Like this set, that should have been £99.50. Half price, £49.50. As I was younger, I did get in a lot of trouble. You know, like for breaking entries, nicking cars, which resulted me in going 2 years, 3 months proof school. Spent my last year at home with my parents, and then got in trouble again. Went over the period of years, I went through boys' hostels, probation hostels, spent remand in prison and all that, waiting for trials. And my turning point, I would say, is when I was 19, 20, I was in a probation hostel, I walked out the place. I said, this is not a life for me. Even though I was still in care for up to the age of 21, but I defied the childcare order, because I had it in my mind that if I get my own job in my own place, as long as I can satisfy the courts and all that, I'm all right. They would have left me alone, which they did. And I drifted from place to place and all this. Still had a few skirmishes with the law, but nothing too serious, which never resulted in having a prison term. And I'd say my biggest turning point was 2 years ago when I got done for assault. Because since I've broken out of Cheryl for the last 3 years, it has been on my mind. I thought, I hate to imagine if I had to do a prison term, to say if, say, some prison warden or screw found out the way I was and the inmates found out, my life would bloody be sheer hell. And I don't think I could cope with that. So since then, I've basically kept myself out of trouble, kept my nose clean, just get on with my life, and have the peace and quiet I want. Well, the stamp collection is supposed to be worth £11,000 full catalogue value. I was only offered 360 quid. And I've got some of the old like penny black. It's not the best of penny blacks, because that's only a 2 margin. It needs to be a 4 margin, it does. I want to sell this stamp collection because basically what it's doing is just sitting in that wardrobe where I can make use of the money, where I could buy a few more things for Cheryl. At the moment, I'm half blitzing the kitchen out, and it's going to take me a damn sight long to do it. So I thought if I sell the collection, I can get it done quicker and a lot more simpler. And so this is where you're getting very technical now. This is all plate numbers. So like that stamp there, 225, that's worth 375 quid. like this one here as well. The little small ones, plate 9, that's worth £350. So it's like that set alone is worth, I think it's 190 quid, just that used set. This is all the newest ones. I still buy all the new sets as they come out. Starting from there, that's January, February, March. You get a set of stamps that come out every month. Well, there was an extra set, it was Sophie and Edward got married. You could throw anything at me. We used to thrive on pressure. My last job was furnaceman. I used to watch on television, you've got to be bloody man to do a job like that, casting molten metal. And I went for the interview and the manager said, I've interviewed about 30 guys, they're all too fit to go to the furnace, you know, close by it. And he says, do you reckon you do the job? I said, yeah, no sweat. Kind of gift the gab. And I'd say, I really enjoyed that job, and even though it was bloody hard physical work. I sometimes used to cast, you know, 6-8 tons. I used to take all my gear off, and a t-shirt underneath, I could wring that out with sweat. I could. An hour later, when we finished work, I used to run home. To make Cheryl's life more complete is to be able to go up more often, cross a lot more bridges, like the biggest bridge to cross now